The crowd at the 2025 LA Music Festival was already electric, but nothing could have prepared them for the moment when the giant screens flickered and an unmistakable face appeared. It was Jin, BTS's Jin, staring back at tens of thousands of people from the largest stage display in Los Angeles. The reaction was instantaneous and deafening, a surge of sound so intense it drowned out the music playing moments before. How could this happen without prior notice? Why had no schedule, lineup, or insider leak prepared us for the fact that one of the most influential figures in modern music would make an unannounced appearance at the city's most high-profile festival? The sheer unpredictability of the moment transformed the atmosphere. Until that point, the festival had been following its expected course, a rotating roster of global artists, choreographed set changes, and precision lighting. But the sudden arrival of Jin's image, magnified on towering screens visible from every corner of the venue, broke the script entirely. There was no introduction, no preamble, just his face, a slow smile, and the eruption of the audience into a frenzy that overwhelmed the sound systems. Festival goers, many of whom had traveled from across the world, found themselves screaming, crying, and filming all at once, desperate to capture the split second in which history bent in front of them. Within minutes, social media channels exploded. Clips from inside the venue spread in real time, with captions ranging from disbelief to unfiltered awe. Even those who weren't physically present were pulled into the vortex of speculation. Was this a cameo, a pre-recorded message, or the beginning of something much larger? Analysts and industry observers who had been covering the festival from the media section exchanged glances. This was not part of any publicized plan. For a festival known for its precision and predictability, the inclusion of a figure of Jin's caliber without prior promotion was unprecedented. Then came the twist. The image on the big screen was not static. Jin began speaking, his voice broadcast across the vast field of attendees, clear and commanding. There was no fluff, no excessive greeting. Instead, he delivered a direct and deliberate message that hinted at more to come. While he did not explicitly say he would perform, the wording was calculated, the tone confident, and the timing deliberate. He spoke of music, connection, and the irreplaceable bond between artist and audience, leaving every listener hanging on his final words. The ambiguity of his statement set off a chain reaction of theories. Was Jin about to walk onto the stage in person? Festival security was visibly on edge, scanning the perimeter as if expecting something significant. Stage crew members, usually unflappable, were seen rushing between lighting and sound booths. Even the artists scheduled to perform after this moment seemed momentarily sidelined, their segments overshadowed by the possibility of what could happen next. As the crowd waited, a wave of chants broke out, thousands of voices calling his name, some in tears, some shaking in disbelief. It was no longer just a music festival. It had become a global spectacle. The significance of Jin's unexpected appearance cannot be overstated. In a city that has hosted some of the most iconic live performances in modern music history, surprises of this magnitude are exceedingly rare. Los Angeles has seen unannounced cameos before, but this was different. This was not a local act joining a friend's set. This was one of the most recognizable artists on the planet inserting himself, without warning, into a cultural moment already under international scrutiny. It was a strategic move, one that not only dominated headlines but also disrupted the narrative of the entire event. From a production standpoint, the timing was flawless. The festival's main stage was between acts, the crowd's attention momentarily scattered. The giant LED screens had gone dark for a technical reset, and then, without a cue or logo, Jin's face appeared in perfect clarity. There was no sponsorship banner, no festival branding, just him. It was minimalism at its most powerful, and it worked. The image seared itself into the minds of everyone present, a memory they would carry long after the lights dimmed. In the hours following the festival day, media outlets scrambled to frame the story. Was this the beginning of a promotional campaign? A prelude to a major solo project? Or a one-time gesture to reconnect with his global audience in the most dramatic way possible? Publicists and music industry veterans privately admitted that the execution was a masterclass in generating buzz without spending a cent on traditional advertising. It was the kind of move that could only work if the artist had both the cultural weight and the absolute element of surprise. Two things Jin possesses in abundance. The ripple effect reached far beyond Los Angeles. International broadcasters replayed the footage, with commentators dissecting his expression, his tone, and even his choice of clothing in search of hidden meaning. Some noted that his jacket bore a subtle emblem never before seen in his public wardrobe, fueling speculation about new collaborations or unreleased music. Others focused on his closing words, parsing every syllable for potential dates, venues, or project names. The mystery deepened, and with it, the public's fixation grew stronger. For ARMY, the moment was more than just an unexpected thrill. It was validation. Many had suspected that Jin's reemergence onto the global stage would not follow conventional patterns. His absence from large-scale live events had only heightened the anticipation, and when he finally chose to reappear, it was in the most high-impact setting possible. To them, this was not a random cameo but a deliberate act of connection, a reminder that their loyalty had not gone unnoticed. The unanswered question still lingers. Why here? Why now? And why like this? The 2025 LA Music Festival will be remembered for many reasons, but for millions, it will be remembered for the exact moment the big screen lit up with Jin's face and shifted the energy of an entire city. The performance, if it comes, will likely make headlines. But even if nothing more happens, the fact remains. In under 2 minutes, Jin managed to transform a major festival into his own stage, commanding global attention without stepping a single foot on the platform. That is not just star power, it is mastery of presence. And now, as the music world waits for the next move, one thing is certain: the element of surprise has become Jin's most potent instrument. The only question left is, when will he play it again?